right now. This is iSync TV. iSync TV, Lily. Back up, anytime we come online like this, live like this, you should know that it's happening somewhere, and it's happening in a big way. That is it. It's happening in a big way. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has taken some bold step again that affecting the North. Is affecting the North drastically, and that's what makes them to be furious about the incidents on ground now. So we are going to look at the incident quickly and what actually happened. No, a lot of things is happening now, and one of it is the biggest crackdown on armed terror group across Nigeria. Yes, it's happening right now, and that is exactly, in fact, it's giving them headache, and have been reacting. They have been coming out like when you put fire inside the hole of a big rat, the way they will be coming out, boom, 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 boom. That's exactly what is happening to the North. Then another thing that we're going to look at again without wasting our time is the issue of state police. Thank God for that. The bill is let me say the bill has been passed anyway, because everything is settled now, and that is exactly another problem that is giving them headache. I remember in Rivers State, they used to say that as they paying them, they sweet us. As they paying them, they sweet us. That's exactly what is happening. I don't want to waste our time. Let's quickly look at how all the dailies put it. All the national dailies, how they put the news. I'm going to read. So, Esho, thanks for joining us. Please make sure you like and watch this video to the end, because it's details. And I always tell us that on this channel is always authentic, it's legit. Always authentic and legit. We always do our research. We make sure everything is legit. Esho. Naughty. I'm about chaos and begin biggest crackdown on armed terror group. I just had my test. So when tension spread across parts of Nigeria on Tuesday after President Bola Tinubu announced what officials described as one of the biggest nationwide security operations aimed at dismantling the terrorist network, bandits, and other armed criminal group operating across the country. Nigeria authority have previously announced major offensive against terrorists and armed group in response to escalating insecurity. According to security source, thousands of military personnel and other security operatives have been deployed to identify flashpoints as part of the coordinated operation. The government said the objective is to restore security, protect community, and dismantle criminal camp. Residents in several affected areas report heightened military activities, roadblocks, and increased patrol, while many welcome the operation. Others express concern about the potential displacement and disruption of daily life. Across everywhere. In a statement, the presidency reiterated that the operation targets individuals or groups involved in terrorism, kidnapping, banditry, and violent crime. Emphasizing that law-abiding citizens have nothing to fear. Authority also urge communities to cooperate with the security agencies by providing credible intelligence. Otin clear? Hey, Otin Shele, security Analysts noted that the successful operation will require sustained intelligence and gathering coordination among agencies and measure to protect civilians. They are reacting to it, especially in the north now. All their leaders, they have been coming out again because they know that it's going to affect them. And that is why majority of them, they don't want to support state police. And thank God now, because I can see that this issue of crackdown and this issue of state police now I now know the reason why they quickly passed the bill. There's something that happened in the House of Representatives and in the Senate. There was a bill that they were initially working on it before President Bola Ahmed Tinubu now brings his own bill, that this is exactly what I want. Because they know that the one that the House is presenting, a lot of other condition is there. So let me quickly read that to you. The Nigerian House of Representatives has withdrawn its own version of the state police constitutional amendments bills. Following the withdrawal, the House of Representatives passed the first and the second reading of the executive branch version of the state police bill. The executive bill has been referred to the Committee on Constitutional Review for further action. These moves aim to emphasize the legislative efforts around a single proposal, The Nigerian House of Representatives, the executive bill has been referred to as a Committee on Review for further action. This move aims to centralize legislative efforts around a single proposal for establishing state police force to address insecurity. But now the federal government now they have now bring out their own version. That is where the Northerners are angry again. Because the one that Baba Tinubu introduced to the House, to the Senate, and to the Rep, he knows exactly what he wants to do, and that is why they are trying to against it. In fact, some of these Rep, some of them walk away. Some of them walk away because they don't want the bill. They don't want to be part of it. And as we are talking now, majority carry the votes. That is exactly what is happening now. Let me quickly read that because I don't want to waste our time. Now, the Nigerian Senate passed the State Police Constitutional Amendment Bill. It scales not only the second reading, but has already received overwhelming support, passing through the third and final reading in the upper chamber. The bill has been referred to the State Assembly for further consideration. The key of the legislation include sponsorship, that is transmitted as executive bill by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, sponsored by Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele. Control. The state governors will be empowered to appoint commissioners of police subject to confirmation by the State House of Assembly. Division of labor. The federal police will handle federal offenses and interstate crime, while the state police will manage local law enforcement and protection. Can you see that? Protection of lives and property. Then safeguards include strict provision to prevent state police force from being used to target political opponents or critics, because those are the things, those are the area where they are trying to, trying to do some that if they eventually pass it, the governor will take advantage, this one will take advantage. So there are so many clauses now that they have set aside. If by the time we have the state police now, they start operation, probably they will start this year now or early next year. The police in Ibadan will not open their eyes and see somebody coming out from Jigawa or from Katsina to come and kidnap their people. The policing will be closer to the people. Then the people will be closer to the security. Security will be closer to the people. So they will not open their eyes and see somebody from Benue, somebody from Zamfara to come and kidnap their people. This is a great achievement. And these are the things that most presidents, they are trying to run away from it. That's why I said it in previous video. I said that this method that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is using, it will really favor us at the end of the day. Because a lot of people don't really understand the game. And that's why I take my time to explain what is actually happening. Because by the time all these things begin to be fruitful now, we will see that at the end of the day, if we cannot live together, everybody will be on their separate ways. And by then, each region will have armed their people. That is exactly each region. But you won't hear this in the conventional media. They will not want to say it because you will not the kind of the way they censor them. You won't hear that. And that's the reality. That's the reality. By the time each region is empowered, Osun, they have their own police, Ogun have their own police, Lagos have their own police, Ondo, Ekiti, Kogi have their own police. You will see the way, look at when Sunday Igboho started all this now. Look at the Southwest. At least we are a bit relieved. Kudos to him. We're a bit relieved. Because it's now clear now that Yorubas are ready to secure their territory. And that's exactly what is happening now. When this state police become effective now, you will see that crime will reduce. I'm telling you. And another thing is that it will bring, it will create job. A lot of people, they will have access. It will create jobs for a lot of people because people will be employed. Instead of you to go and be doing all those, do all those things, you'll be engaged. You'll be engaged. So kudos to them. The bill has been passed. Let me quickly read this before we end the video. He said that the proposed legislation, which scaled third reading, aim to empower individual states to create and manage their own police forces alongside the federal police. So there is no argument. State police will have their own area. Anything that has to do with federal offenses, federal cases, that is what the federal government police will handle. So every other ones, the state police will handle that. So from state, each local government, they will be able to man their territory. The crime will definitely reduce. Because we have so many, you see, there are some areas in Nigeria. Let me use Nigeria as an example, not even only in Yoruba land. There's some area that you have like 5 police safeguarding over 10,000 people. That is why you won't see police everywhere. They are so scarce. They mainly settle in major urban area. So by the time we have all these state police now, every region will have their own police, the way they do in all those advanced countries. So aim to empower individuals to start creating and manage their own police force alongside the federal police. Lawmakers said the move is designed to address persistent security challenges across the country, including banditry, kidnapping, and communal clashes. They don't want to hear that. When they hear banditry, kidnapping, communal clashes, because they know that they are the one causing it. They know that they are the main problem. And that's why they don't want to hear anything about policing, either state police, federal. They don't want to hear that. Because they know that it's definitely going to curb, it's going to affect their activities. Proponents of the bill argue that decentralizing police will enhance intelligence gathering, improve rapid response to local threats, and strengthen community-based law enforcement. They also maintain that state police will allow governors to take greater responsibility for security within their jurisdiction, like the case, look at what happened in Oyo State, when the governor will say, I don't have power, they carry people day 1, day 2, day 3, day 3, day 4, day 4, up to 56 days. The governor is still saying, I don't have power, it's federal government. So if they now come and kidnap somebody in Oyo or in Osun or in Ekiti or in Ondo, or now the state government will be responsible, because he will have power to send his own police. So nobody, there won't be anything for, there won't be room for excuse again. There will not be room for excuse again. However, proposal has faced criticism from some stakeholders who fears it could be abused by state government to target political opposition or suppress dissent. The bill is part of the broader set of constitutional amendments being considered by the National Assembly. It is expected to be transmitted to the House of Representatives for the concurrence before being sent to the State Assembly for ratification in line with the constitutional requirements. Can you see that? In line with constitutional requirements. So both the federal, the House of Assembly, and all the House of Assemblies have to ratify it. So by the time they ratify it, it becomes law. And what they want to do also is that they want to, there's some amendment that they are doing now in our constitution, that by the time they do it, by the time they finish it, they said they are going to make a law that it will be so difficult for any government that is coming also to tamper with it, as long as majority of the people have accepted it. So I think this is a good development. This is a very, very good development. It will really help and curb all those banditry, kidnapping activities in every state now. So there won't be excuse that one governor will say, we don't have power, we don't have this, we don't have that. So everybody will have right. Everybody will have power to control, to manage their area very, very well. That's what the Northerners are angry again. That's why they are angry. I don't know why they are afraid. I don't know why they are afraid. And if they know that they don't want us to be together, then everybody should be on their own. Everybody should be on their own. I always say it. I say that this event that is happening gradually, it will definitely open doors for everybody to be on their own. Because by the time individuals cannot manage themselves, we cannot manage ourselves again. Everybody have to be on their own. By then, each region will have been empowered. And that is why they are afraid that I was watching, I listened to what Gowon said. Gowon was telling the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we said, do everything in your power to make sure that Nigeria remain intact, because they are afraid that something might happen at the end of the day. So let me like this video and share. Let's meet in the comment section. What's your opinion concerning what the newspaper was handing information today, what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing again? Like this video, share and subscribe. Everyone share, everyone like, everyone subscribe. Sorry, thanks for joining us. I seen TV, lele. 10:30 sí wa ní gbogbo ìgbà.